I would have to address this, but I have chosen to address this tonight. I had no idea that Mrs. Dowell or Mr. Collick or whatever was going to say what they were going to say. But I have been sitting here since January, and on occasions I hear people refer to two of my colleagues that are sitting with me as they're appointed. They're not board members, meaning they don't have the same rights that the board members that were elected have, and that is wrong. They were appointed from school board members, those school board members that were sitting on the board at that time. And last school year, we had some difficult times with the board because at one point, we only had 3 members. None of us could call out sick. We had to be there in order to have a quorum at our meetings. I was one of the board members at the time. The other one is no longer with us. And that appointed Mrs. Dowell first and Mr. Vine second. We sat there in that meeting that night. Everyone, any citizen, had an opportunity to interview with the board if they were interested in being appointed to the open seats at that time. I can recall the night that we interviewed the group with Mrs. Dowell, and they were all excellent. Mrs. Dowell was appointed because of a lot of the questions that we had. She answered them. She was very intelligent. And most important, that got me and the other board members, we all said the same thing. She said, I want to be there for the students. If you're not going to say that, you don't need to be on the school board. She said, I want to be there for the students, because without the students, we don't need anyone else. No one else needs to exist. Mr. Vines, the night we had to interview with him, Mrs. Dowell was on the board by that time, and it was still 3 of us. And out of all of the people we interviewed, the only one to say, I want to be there for the students, and went on to explain why. Now, you want to be appointed to an educational board, but you can't say you're going to be there for the main source that we're all here for, and that's for the students. And they got my vote because of that. Maybe if some of the others had said that, I would have considered. But they were the only ones during the time, those interviews. And I just want to say that. And as far as I'm concerned, yes, I voted to appoint them. And they have all of the rights as anyone else. I don't think of them as being appointed, not voted in by the public. They are a board member. And hopefully, after the November election, they all come back, because I enjoy working with them, because they are here for the right reason, for the students. Thank you.